Baby Abram. Can you say hi? Oh, you're looking at that painting, aren't you? There's some artwork right there, and he's like, I'm not looking at the camera. I'm looking at that. It's neat. As you can see, he is still such a chunky little monkey. Look at that big belly. He has his natural little faux hawk here and some blonde hair growing in. You want to show him your fox bum? Look at my fox bum. I got a fox on my bum. You do, you got a fox on your bum. And this is Abram in 6-month clothing. Holy cow. Holy cow, buddy. Holy cow. Hey YouTube, I'm back for baby Abram's 3-month update. I cannot believe he is already 3 months old. In fact, he is 14 weeks and 2 days, so he's actually a little bit over 3 months. I have to say that life has just completely changed. I now get it when parents say they just can't imagine their life without their baby. He is just everything we do. We're constantly smiling at him, cooing at him, talking to him, and he honestly is just the joy of our day. So Abram weighs 14 pounds. I don't know how long he is because I don't have one of those cloth measury type things. Measury? Yeah. He is officially in size 3 to 6 months. However, I have to go on a rant about clothing. He was in size 3 months for Carter's and they were fitting a little snug, and I was thinking, he is only 3 months old. How can he already be ready to bump up to 6-month clothing? So I was in the store the other day and I saw this big chart that for Carter's clothing that shows each size and what weight it is. And it shows that size 3-month clothing is too small for you once you're over 12 pounds. And that 6-month clothing starts at 12.5 pounds. That's crazy. So while he's in 3 to 6 month clothing that is just 3 months or just 6 months, he is in 6-month clothing. It is a little bit too big, but he is in 6-month clothing at 3 months old. So crazy. Abram is in size 2 diapers. As far as his hair goes, he has actually started to lose some of that dark baby hair that he was born with, and it is slowly being replaced by really bright blonde hair. It is almost white, especially in the sunlight, and in the sunlight it also has a kind of strawberry blonde tint to it, which I am naturally a strawberry dirty blonde. And our family actually has a few redheads in it as well, so we'll see. His eyes are still very blue. They are very bright on the inside. Every now and then you can see somewhat of a gray tint to his eyes, and I keep saying that I think I see a little bit of green, but Jeremy thinks I'm crazy. I would love for him to have green eyes since both myself and Jeremy have green eyes. As far as nursing goes, we are still exclusively breastfeeding. He is still nursing about every 2 to 3 hours, although there are some times that he'll take an extra long nap and go a 4 or 5 hour stretch without eating. As far as sleeping goes, our nightly routine is that he gets a bath between 6 and 7 o'clock, and I usually nurse him around 7 o'clock and put him down, and he usually doesn't wake up until about midnight or 1 to nurse. And then he's up at 3 and 6, and then either Papa takes him for the day around 6:30 or 7, or I try and get him to go back to sleep and we wake up officially at 9 o'clock. He is sleeping in his pack and play next to my bed, which is working out really, really well. I pretty much put him in a sleep sack, lay him down, and he goes right to sleep. He doesn't fuss, and he's not even really wanting to take a pacifier anymore. So he's pretty much weaned himself off of the pacifier. He has it a few times a day. We'll put it in, he'll suck on it, and maybe for a minute, and then he just spits it out. At night, after our second or third feed, I do usually go ahead and bring him into bed with me, and we have some morning snuggles, which I love. He is still smiling a ton, and he's starting to smile at strangers, which is great. And he's still very much cooing and making noises. He is getting more and more chatty, which we love. He's just talking up a storm. The other day, we were in a restaurant and he just yelled out of the blue, just, ah! And at first I thought he was gonna start crying, so I looked down, to see what was wrong with him. And sure enough, he was fine. He was just yelling. And so since then, he's done that a couple times where he just yells. So I think he's discovering his voice for sure. He is still grabbing at toys when he lays on his activity mat or in his bouncer. This week, he has gotten really good. Instead of just batting it, he has grabbed it and officially is kind of tugging and grabbing it. My only issue that I can say we're having right now with baby Abram is he doesn't like cold things. When he gets out of the bath and I go to lay him down to dress him, he flips out if the bedding is cold against his back. He kind of goes and then just starts wailing, crying. So he has discovered his cry, and it's mainly when he's cold. Once I pick him up, dress him, or start nursing him, he's done. So he's still not a crier. Another issue we're having is that he is spitting up a ton. It seems like no matter what we do, he's just the most spit-uppy baby. We have to constantly keep bibs on him because sometimes it's just little dribbles that comes out of his mouth, and sometimes it's full-blown. It seems like he's puking up 4 to 5 ounces. We don't think it's a dairy allergy because he doesn't have bloody poo or green poo. He's not screaming or crying, and he's not even puking. It's literally just dribbling out, and sometimes he just bleh, and out comes a bunch of milk. We've tried holding him upright right after he eats, and I guess it seems to help a little bit, but he still pukes quite a bit. We've tried laying him down at an incline. The worst for Abram is when he's in his car seat. Something about that position and that squeezing of his belly, he loses anything that he's eaten right there. He has also started to drool. He has become a little drool box, so he's just kind of drooling and it's getting on his bib. So we're also wondering if he's starting to teeth a little bit. I know it's a little bit early, but it just seems like the symptoms are there. And last but not least, we did have fall family pictures done. So I will insert a couple of those pictures of the family and of baby Abram at 3 months old. Thanks for following, guys, and I'll see you at month 4. So serious. So serious. Bye-bye.